Good morning. Actually, I think it might be afternoon. So, at the Jersey Shore with my family, and just decided to make a video much more laid back here. Usually I'm running and working, running on the hamster wheel, trying to keep the roof over our head, just where the controllers designed this place for us to constantly run on the hamster wheel. So this is definitely going to be a much more like laid back video. I actually had time to straighten my hair today and put makeup on. So I wanted to talk about, first of all, money. So the information that I've been gathering, the soul trap stuff of getting out of this place, basically like exiting the matrix information. And I wanted to talk about first money because, admittedly for me, it's one of the things that I have to conquer as far as the hold that it has on me. The soul, path that they set up for me, of course, for most of us, especially the essence beings, it was set up so that we would constantly be, broke and chasing money. So I'm no different. And the thing is, like, I went through a series of events. So for most of my early part of my life, I was a spoiled child. I was an only grandchild on my Italian side. And so I never wanted for anything growing up, really. But, my grandmother definitely had that thing going surrounded about money, the money doesn't grow on trees thing, the whole. And, so that was instilled in me. I feel like my dad never wanted to have money hold on him, so he spent it as soon as he got it, and so did his mother. And so I kind of adopted some of that, not good with money. Some people don't have a lot of money, but they're really good with it. They don't allow it to control them. They keep their money, money has to get put away for this bill. And so, they live on a budget, and I was never that person. So in any event, I worked hard and made decent money and was a single mom, and my son didn't want for anything. And then I got with my ex and had my two little ones, and I made, more money than he did. And I, again, had two houses in New Jersey, actually, and a decent little house and whatever. But then 9/11 hit and destroyed me because my business that I ran ended up closing because of it. And, my $80,000 a year, which was a lot back then, early 2000s, late 90s, went to shit. And so did my house, and I broke up with my ex, and my house was taken over by the bank. So, and so many other, because of all those things, dreadful things, like, I shouldn't say dreadful. It was not pretty for a long time. And so then I got involved with, and I spoke about this a lot, with a psychopathic narcissist for 4 or 5 years. And that destroyed me too, because I was such a shell of a person, I couldn't even work. And then I picked up the pieces and went right back into work mode, running on the hamster wheel, working like a crazy. So anyway, I'm sorry to bore you with my life, but my whole point for saying all this is one of the main Loosh fests that and I'm not talking about the people who help make this system run, that are humans or non-humans that live here, the elites or whatever you want to call them, I'm not talking about them. Excuse me for 1 second. So the people who, quote unquote, run the world, they just help make the system run and keep us on that hamster wheel. But in fact, the Loosh Fest that happens in 4D, the main source of it is making us constantly worry about money. And I will give you an example. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is check my bank balance. Now, I live in a nice house in a nice area where I grew up, and all my bills get paid. I have a newer car, blah, 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 blah. But all that being said, I'm still running on the fucking hamster wheel to make it all happen. Yeah, I go on vacations. I go on 2 vacations a year. They're not extravagant vacations. You know, I'm at the Jersey Shore here for a week, but it's not cheap. We're here for my son's birthday. And, you know, I do my conferences and meet up with my friends too. And that costs money too. And, you know, I have a daughter in college now. You know, blah, 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 blah. I can go on and on and on. But do you see what I mean? Your whole existence is running on a fucking hamster wheel. But that's how they're getting the loosh. So we all need to figure out a way to be more present and freer with money, because we need it in this world, right? But we cannot be a prisoner to it. It's keeping the system going, and we need to knock it the fuck down. Okay? Now, all that being said, I'm sure you guys get my point in my picture. But what I really wanted to talk about too was I was listening to a video about, you know, the soul. Some of us are, in other words, there's only a portion of our essence here, okay? I believe that both mind, body, soul are part of the matrix, and it's the essence within the soul, okay, the spark, which, you know, we're God, okay? We are the galactics, the angelic, or do you understand that? Do you know how powerful you are? Okay, but, you know, we're in this place. So obviously, yes, our power is limited, but it's still there. And so as soon as we leave our body, we can blow shit the fuck up. We can blow this place up. We can blow them up. So I heard the video on Sergeant Schultz's channel. I'm gonna put the link in the description. I want you to watch it. And the woman spoke about what she saw, and it was these pods where they keep our souls, or we'll just say souls, essence, whatever. They keep a portion of our spark, and they use it as loosh in the 4th dimension, as well as here. And then they actually said there's an ongoing battle outside of here, meaning outside of the matrix, in what they call the real, meaning like the non-copy, the original version of our world, where we were not a meat suit, and there's still a battle going on there. Now, again, you can take it all with a grain of salt. You can take the information, believe what you want to believe, but I definitely believe most of that, at least until I can prove it, and then I believe all of it, or in a year from now I might totally change my mind about all of this, right? I do believe I got caught up in the new age feel good movement, where I was totally like, we're gonna be saved and we're gonna ascend and we're gonna go to the new earth and we're gonna ride on unicorns and slide down a rainbow. Yeah, no fucking way. So I don't believe that bullshit anymore. I think it's part of the trap. So anyway, one of the things that happened was they were able to observe these souls who they walked through the where they were going through the light to be reincarnated. They were being love bombed and fake bliss and false white light bombed, right? And they're walking and everything's blissful and they think they're with these light beings. And then as they got past a certain point when they were walking, when they got to the other side, they were violently grabbed by reptilians. And then they realized, and then they remembered doing it over and over and over and over again. And they were horrified and they started to scream. And she said it was heart-wrenching to watch, because those reptilians, this is what I think. They say the memory wipe is the most horrific thing of all, more psychologically for us. But I think it's more than that. I think if we try to resist, do stuff. But see, that's the thing, is not to get to that point. You gotta get yourself before you get to the light. Don't go in the light, okay? Your soul that's in a pod will reveal itself to you instantly, okay? There's a way that when you wake up here and you're in a soul trap, believe it or not, you're more than halfway there at that point of getting out of this place. So you're woken up here, you know what's going on, right? Then those fragments of your soul will already start to come back to you even while you're here, right? This is what I believe. Believe me or not, research it for yourself, okay? People have seen this. And then you're gonna go, and when you pull back the fragments of your soul, because you can do dismemberment journeys and soul fragmentation pullbacks here, okay? And then you don't go to the light. Be really careful if you're in a situation where you're hospitalized and they're giving you drugs. I don't recommend that, because it's going to be harder for you when you pass on if they're bombarding you with drugs. So I would say do a lot of your work here before you even get to that point. And just try really hard to, not saying don't love your family, but you have to sort of let go of your attachments here. Because every time you attach to somebody here, you're keeping them here as well, right? Because it's a two-way street. So keep your attachments detachable. Just love, and that's it. No attachment. It's believe me, it's hard for me too. It's probably harder for me than even the average person, because I am so fucking attached to my kids and my grandkids. It's insane. And my friends. I love hard. And just, you don't want to keep people here. This is not where we belong. This is not a good place. Stop trying to save this place. It's not savable. Yeah, and then that does not mean that we shouldn't save us, okay? It doesn't mean that at all. It doesn't mean you shouldn't want other people that you love to be saved. Understand that there are NPCs and they're in your family too, and you have to understand that that's, you know, they're a computer program, and yeah, they do have a soul and they do have a body, but it doesn't mean that they're programmed already. They're not going to listen to you, and in fact, they're not capable. So stop fucking wasting your energy. I do believe that people are agents of the Matrix without realizing that they're agents of the Matrix. And a lot of them are in the Truth or New Age communities, and I do think that some of them know, some of them don't know that they're agents, and some of them do have like essences and are savable, and you can listen to the information or not. Anyway, I'm hoping to make at least 2 more videos while I'm at the shore. I'm only going to be here for a couple more days. I leave in 2 days, but I am here with my friend and his sister, and I would like to do a powwow video with them. And, you know, we're not totally aligned with the same exact beliefs, and it doesn't matter, but I would like to always get a difference of opinion anyway, because I'm open to all of that. And I think that you know, we really need to stop fighting, and we need to just understand that people are on their own path. It just divides us. But if you're open to this information, I appreciate you watching my channel. If you could like, share, and subscribe, that would be great. And, you know, work on your money issues. Work on being a prisoner to that. There's so many things that are beautiful about this place. So enjoy it while you're here, and stop feeding them loosh. Stop giving them food. And have a great day. See you guys.